Hello everyone, and I welcome all of you to Online Study for You, a complete placement solution. Today we have a special guest with us. His name is Rohit Sharma. It's not the Indian captain. He is selected in TCS for a prime role, 9 LPA. And first of all, I would like to congratulate Rohit for getting placed in TCS for a prime role.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so today he is here and he is going to, guide us like, okay, so how did he prepare, what was his interview round questions, and also how he is doing with BGC because he is from 2026 batch. So all those things we are going to discuss in this video. So Rohit, before we start, I wanted to know, actually all wanted to know a little bit about yourself.
Hello everyone. Myself Rohit Sharma, and I'm currently a final year student from Technomain Salt Lake, Kolkata, and I'm pursuing computer science with AI and ML there. And yeah, as Pratik sir already said, I have actually qualified for TCS Prime role, and that's all from my side. I hope that my experience is of some value to all of you.
Sure, sure. So can you please start like, okay, one thing I forgot to ask. So you're from 2026 batch, and what is your background? I mean, the stream in
Uh,
your BTech.
Sir, computer science engineering from AI
Com-
and ML.
Okay, okay. And how many students got selected in the prime role from your college, from your batch, basically, in from your college?
Uh, Sir, from my college, I only got to know about three students that got
Oh,
selected, including,
you, right?
yeah.
Okay, Superman.
So three students were there.
Okay, so as you are our course students also, so I mean our
Mm.
TCS NQT crash course student also. So I wanted to know from you like how online study for you helped you in achieving this journey.
Sir, online study for you has definitely been an immense help for me to be able to crack thesis prime role. Uh, Coming to the aptitude, actually, the way that you teach aptitude, my concepts like got cleared so easily. Even my friends like asked me, "How are you preparing for aptitude, and where can we get good resources?" And I always told about online study for you because the aptitude part is actually very strong. Even from YouTube itself, you could get immense knowledge from, and you could actually get the confidence to clear the aptitude round. And the coding round was very good in the course. So yeah, it was of immense help to me
So do you recommend
overall.
this TCS NQT crash course to other juniors?
Yes, sir. I definitely recommend
Okay.
the course.
So let's start from the beginning. So how did you apply? How did you come to know about the hiring? And then when was your exam? And how many questions did you attempt in foundation and then in the advanced section? So like all those things we wanted to know from you. The floor is completely yours.
Yes. Okay, sir. So actually, there was an email that came from my college only in the last week of February that TCS is hiring off campus for the NQT exams are going to be held. So I
Hmm.
enrolled in February end itself, and then my exam was actually scheduled for like 26th of March.
Hmm.
So 26th of March was my the aptitude and the coding test that was there.
Hmm.
And for that I was preparing from like the DSA I was doing from second year itself. And from the for the last 8 months I was actually enrolled in your course as well. So
Hmm.
from there I was doing the DSA. And
Okay.
apart from that, the aptitude I was following from YouTube and from the course.
Hmm.
And yeah, based on that I was preparing. And so now one pass left. So I just uh, pressed all the concepts up quickly, and then finally the day came, 26th of March. And then on that day, like I went to the venue, and therein there was the first of all there was the numerical ability round of the aptitude exam. It lasted for 20-25 minutes, and there were 25 questions. So you
20
had to be
questions.
really fast.
20 questions in
Yeah,
numerical ability. Yeah.
20 questions. Yeah, in for
Mhm.
25 minutes. Okay,
Correct.
so the numerical ability was like, yeah, you had to be very fast. But the
Correct.
questions were not like you could not do it in 1 minute. It took more than 1 minute normally. So you had to be like you had to only the practice students could actually do it in a fast fashion.
So actually
So
the
yeah,
cutoff doesn't go very high. So even 20 questions, if you do some 7 to 8 question, that is more than sufficient. So that's the reason
yeah,
even if
for the
you're
cutoff.
taking more than a minute, that is still
Mm.
fine. So how many questions like correctly you did? I mean, did you check it after the exam?
Yes, sir. I was able to correctly do the 13 questions. And apart from that,
Yes.
I just guessed all the rest.
Okay, that was a more than enough actually. Some 2%
Yeah.
aptitude question you did alone. Okay, and then reasoning.
For the reasoning part was very easy. It was fair, and yeah, I found it quite easy. And I was able to do the 20 questions are there for the reasoning part as well, and I was able to do 15
Mhm.
for the
Okay,
reasoning part,
oh,
and
great.
it did not take a lot of time to do the questions. And then finally there was verbal ability as well.
Mhm.
Verbal ability, the passages were actually very long, so it took
Mhm.
time there. But yeah, I was able to do 13 questions in verbal ability as well. So
Okay.
overall, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's
that's
more
how.
than for the cutoff. And what about the advanced section?
So the advanced aptitude section, even the name suggests that it will be harder than the normal aptitude questions, but it
Mhm.
was actually fairly easy. It was much
True,
easier
true,
than the numerical round.
true, true, true.
Yeah, and there was more time as well.
Mhm.
So I was able to complete the questions fairly easy. And it was I almost did all the questions in that
Mhm.
advanced aptitude round.
Okay.
And yeah,
And the
and
coding,
then came the
so yeah, coding. So you did two coding question, 14 test cases total, right?
yeah,
So you
14
did.
test cases were there.
Mhm.
And yeah,
Yeah.
I was able to do all of the 14 questions. The test cases passed
Mhm.
for all the 14 cases. And yeah, the questions was very easy, but you just have to have the knowledge of the coding language that you are using.
Mhm.
So my friends, they were not able to do like, there are two decimal places. You have to limit the output to two decimal places.
Mhm.
That was the issue that most of the people ran into. They were
Mhm.
not able to, they did not know what was the way to just limit the output to two decimal places. So that was the problem that people face. So I would like recommend my juniors and my peers that
Mhm.
just look into this and understand your coding language properly. You should know how to take the inputs. You should know how to structure the outputs as well. Because TCS, they just check exact output matching is there or not. Not even a space should be there. So
Mhm.
based on that, the output should come. So that was something that I found interesting.
Okay. So the main function will be given, and you only have to write the code, or how it is in for the coding round.
So basically, the main there was no main function. Actually, you had to write everything from scratch. So
Mhm.
the entire canvas was empty. You had to just type everything. You had to take the input yourself. You had to perform all the operations yourself, and then you
Mhm.
had to produce the output yourself as well. So there was no helper functions or any main functions at all.
Okay. So, what is a major problem, you felt in taking input? Like, so where you should be cautious when you are taking the inputs. So, what is the main thing which you have to keep in mind when you are taking the input?
Yes, sir. So when you are taking the input, actually sometimes TCS says that there will be just a single line,
Mm-hmm.
and the entries of let's say an array,
Mm-hmm.
the entire array will be given in the form of a single line, and
Okay.
they will be space separated. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to be mindful there, because
Mm-hmm.
you have to, like, you should know how to handle a string and
Mm-hmm.
convert that into a list. So you should take the input as a string, and then you should, like, if you're using Python, let's say, then you should be able to split the input into a list. So based on that, uh, that's how you will take an input. So yeah, that is actually a tricky part, because lead code and other coding languages, coding platforms, they don't teach you that. So that is something that, yeah, you have to learn from
Okay.
outside itself. So
Okay. So, when did you get your result of this written test?
my return test, the result came, like, the exam was on 26th, and the result came on 2nd of April itself. It was actually very fast.
Okay.
And yeah, they told me that I was shortlisted for the prime role interview, and for the prime interview, it was scheduled on 9th of April.
Mm-hmm.
So in 7 days, there was the interview as well. Uh,
Okay.
so for that, I started the preparation after that. So
Okay.
for
So,
that,
for
for
interview
the
round,
interview.
what all happened in the during the interview? Like, how many members were there? I mean, interviewers were there, and then for how much time it happened? What are the questions were asked?
So when I entered the venue, there were two people,
Mm-hmm.
the MR and the TR.
Mm-hmm.
The TR was actually the most of the questions TR only asked me. As soon as I entered, he asked me to introduce myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the introduction is the most important part of
Mm-hmm.
any interview.
Mm-hmm.
And because all the questions are derived from your introduction itself, in my experience. So what
Mm-hmm.
happened, whatever I told in my introduction, I told that I had a more machine learning and AI driven background. And I
Mm-hmm.
also did an internship as a data engineer,
Mm-hmm.
and so they were very interested in AI and ML fields, artificial intelligence
Okay.
and machine learning. So they were like, asking questions about artificial intelligence and machine learning only.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like, what is a supervised learning, unsupervised learning, difference between regression classification, what is cross entropy loss, and things like that. Basic machine learning questions were there.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, they asked me about my most favorite programming language.
Mm-hmm.
And I said that it is Python.
Mm-hmm.
So they asked me about Python, what closures are in Python,
Mm-hmm.
and why would you prefer Python over Java?
Mm-hmm.
And then suddenly they switched the gears and they started asking about Java as well.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are going, you should be prepared for like different coding languages as well. So they just asked me how you would do garbage collection in Python and how is that different from garbage collection in Java.
Mm-hmm.
And then they suddenly asked me what is the difference between double equal to and triple equal to, which is a concept in JavaScript.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Right.
were like trying to understand my understanding in all of the programming languages. And after that, they gave me pen and paper and asked me to write a pattern code, so printing patterns.
Mm-hmm.
So that was something, yeah, and it was an easy question only.
What is star
So I just
printing,
did it.
or like what was the printing pattern?
It was printing a pattern, printing a pyramid,
Okay.
star pyramid, yeah,
Star pyramid, no? Yeah.
a star pyramid. And yeah, they asked me about that. And after that, the most difficult question that I think that they asked was write the code for the backend for one of the projects. And when I got that question, I was like, what should I do now? Because of course the entire backend code you cannot write in an
Mm-hmm.
instant, right? So I was like, yeah, okay, am I listening you clearly? Should I really write the entire backend code? And then they were like, yeah, just go ahead. And they just gave me one paper and they expected me to write the backend code. So I just, with confidence, you just have to, the key is confidence here. You just have to be confident about what you're writing. So I just started from basics and just tried to give them the details, just give them a vague understanding of what my code was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So in one page only, I just wrote some general information of how the things went.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, I just tried to stay confident and I just kept speaking as I
Mm-hmm.
was writing, explaining my thought process. So
Mm-hmm.
that I think was very important.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, after that, I think that the technical person was actually very impressed with me. And he was like, okay. And then he just asked the manager to ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
And then the manager just started asking, and then he just said that uh, in your internship, what is one failure that you faced and how
Mm-hmm.
did you handle that failure?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you have to understand that as well. Just stay ready for these type of questions as well.
Mm-hmm.
It was more of an HR question, but the manager asked me, and he also asked me about if new things are coming in your field, and how
Mm-hmm.
would you learn them quickly, and how you would be of use to TCS quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, things like that. He asked me. Those were basic questions. There's no correct answer in that. You just have to explain your thought process to them.
Okay. Good. Okay, and then when did you get this result and the offer letter?
Sir, I got my offer letter in like 5 days itself. So like on 9th, there was the exam, and on 14th of April itself, the offer letter came. And I was very happy to get the prime role. And then, yeah, then the BGC process started shortly afterwards.
Okay, good. So, BGC, like what all you have done. So you are part of our selected groups, right? So we have multiple selected
Yes.
groups for online study for your
Mm.
student. So which group you are part of?
Sir, I am part of the online study for your main study group itself.
No, we have like one, two, three. So three groups for the
Yeah.
selected students we have. So you are part of.
So I'm the part of the second group.
Okay, second group. Great.
Second group.
So BGC, like what all you have done, and I hope like you are getting. I mean, see that group main purpose is to get help by each other, because and also we have
Mm.
some TCS employee in that groups. But anyway, I wanted to know from you like what all you have done in BGC, and have you submitted the BGC or not?
Yes, sir. I have not submitted the BGC because the passport part is still pending, because passport also you have to submit, and I have not applied for the passport yet.
Mm-hmm.
So for that, I asked one of your members as well
Mm-hmm.
about how to do it, and they just said that you could just give the
Application.
application for the
Correct.
passport itself. Yeah.
Correct.
So that helped me as well. And yeah, apart from that, I have completed everything else. There was
So then
also the
you,
birth affidavit.
yeah. So birth affidavit, or you can also give the 10th marks seat. So there also you'll have this
Okay,
birth date. So that is also fine.
birth date.
So birth affidavit is
That
not
is fine. Yeah,
actually required. So if you don't have
crucial.
the 10th mark sheet, So then, I mean, everybody will be having. So you have two options: either you get the birth affidavit done, or you put the 10th marks. It both are fine.
Okay, sir.
So you submit the BGC as soon as possible. So even if you don't have mark sheet of your eighth of semester, that is still okay. So whatever the documents you have, you submit with that, because sometimes you're joining this BGC also matters. And for 2026, definitely after your eighth semester result is out, then only your joining will happen. But you can submit it now, and again 15 days before your joining, whatever you have not uploaded, again it will open. So again that time you can re-upload it, and whatever you will upload now BGC, it will start getting verified. So it will be easy for you. So you submit it, there is no problem at all. Okay, BGC, if there is any places, if anything is wrong, so they will give you 3 attempts. They will ask you to correct
Okay.
it. So all those things will happen. So you can submit it with whatever details you have. If you have 7th semester marks it, you till 7th semester you upload. 8th semester you upload once the
Mm.
result comes. Okay, but don't hold it. Okay, like once I'll get the documents, then only I'll do it. So don't do
Mm.
that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So
Mm.
at the end, like, uh, do you have any suggestion for the students?
The most important suggestion or tip I would like to give to the students is that just be thorough of anything that you write on your resume. The resume is very important, and every line, every word that you write in your resume, you should know, because they scan your resume and they are very keen about knowing everything that you have mentioned. So they can ask you from anywhere on your resume. And apart from that, for the aptitude and the DSA round, the coding rounds that are there, I
Mm-hmm.
would suggest that start your preparation as soon as possible, because at least 6 months I think is required
Mm-hmm.
for the coding questions.
Mm-hmm.
And the aptitude you can start a little bit later, but even for aptitude, your speed should improve, so you should be
True,
practicing as
true.
soon as
Actually,
possible. So,
basically the time, it should be time based. So within that time, you
uh,
should be able to write the examination.
mm, yes,
Okay, thank you, Rohit, for coming to our platform and guiding the student. It will be definitely very much helpful. Like as you got help from your seniors on online study for you, so the juniors will be getting help from your videos. So for sure, thank you.
okay.